Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a small problem. Although, can erosion really be called a small problem? It kind of feels more like a global catastrophe that we're facing at the moment. But anyway, this is Erosion by Riffclown. It had been a while since I'd done a puzzle by Riffclown. I think the last one I did was in December, and I like Riffclown's puzzles. I really like them, so I reached out to Riffclown and said, what's a puzzle of yours that you'd like me to do? And this is the one he sent me. So, of course, I was going to do it. So, a couple of things before I get onto the puzzle. First is, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, at the end of the video, there is an announcement coming. So, yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, wait till the end of the video and watch what's coming. Apart from that, if you aren't a member of our Discord community and you're on Discord, or even if you're not, please consider it. Come and join us. There's a link to it below. There are 4 of us who do events or stuff on YouTube for puzzles and Sudokus, all on the same Discord server. Come join and please jump into the Bremster discussion channel and say hi. It'd be great to meet some of you. Apart from that, yeah, please, if you're not a subscriber, please do. That is the way that YouTube promotes our channels, and it really does help us want to do this, what we're doing. The motivation really comes from that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, on to the puzzle. So this is Erosion by Riffclown. There are really only 3 rules in play. One of them is hard to explain. I need to get better at it. So normal Sudoku rules. I kind of have this one down. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Lockout lines. So on the blue lines, digits in the diamonds must be 4 apart. So these digits must always be at least 4 apart. The digits in between the diamonds on the lines must be outside the bounds set by those digits. So what that means is they cannot be between those digits or include those digits. So for example, if I was to make this a 3 and this digit to be 4 apart as a 7, that would mean all of these digits would have to be lower than 3 or higher than 7. So that's how lockout lines work. Very, very interesting rule set, kind of tricky to wrap your head around. If you want some help with that, I do have a lockout line calculator or a table of lockout line options on my the calculator spreadsheet I use, which I have made available. It is the first post I made. It's a public post on my Patreon page, again also available below. You do not need to be a paid Patreon person to access it. All of my Patreon content to date has been available to everyone for free, so you can just go to my Patreon page, scroll to the bottom where I've got a link of my solving table or calculator or something, and it will be there. And one of the tabs on the spreadsheet, which you can make a copy of, is my lockout lines list. The other rule is arrows. So the digits you place on the arrows, you sum them up, and that must go into the arrow circle. And with that, this should be solvable. Let's give it a shot. There is a 4 on a lockout line. That is immediately powerful. So I've seen this before by finding a 4 on a lockout line. I don't think I've ever been given one before. So when you have a 4 on a lockout line, that immediately forces the digits on the lockout line diamonds to be 5 and 9. And the reason for that is we need to make sure a 4 is not between the values or including the values on the diamonds, and these must be 4 apart. And if you think about it, if the very next digit that will not include the 4 in between is a 5, and 4 away from the 5 is the 9, which is as far as you can go. So these are the absolute limits that you can do if you've got a 4 on a line. There is no other option. Similarly, you can never put a 5 on a lockout line because there'd be nothing that could bound them that would exclude it. 6 to 9 is only 3 apart. You'd have to do 6 to 10, doesn't work, or 4 to 0, doesn't work. Do not anyone set a Schrodinger cell puzzle with a lockout line. Please, just don't. If you do, I probably won't attempt to solve it. So these are 5 and 9. So that's going to put some constraints on all of these because the other end of a 5, 9. If it's a 5, it can be a 1 or a 9. And if it's a 9, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Okay, that's a lot less restricted than I thought. But it does remove all the high digits. Well, this one can't be a 3 or a 4. And I don't think it can be a 2. Because if this was a 2, then 2, 9. So 2, 5 is only 3 apart. So that would not work. The only things that are 4 apart from 5 is 1 and 9. So 2, 5 is out. If this was 2, 9, the only digit that is locked out of a 2, 9 line is 1, but I have to put 3 digits in this box. So this cannot be 2. This must be 1, 5, or 9. Can I do the same here? Yeah, I'd have to put 1 in those if it was... Yeah, this can't be a 2 either. Can it be a 3? Because if this was 9, 3, I'd have to put 1, 2... Yeah, it can be. So this one is not as restricted. Oh, but that's pretty. So when you're doing lockout lines, always look for lines where you have 4 digits that see each other on the line, because that means that you must put 4 digits on the line, and that will mean that the digits that are in the diamonds must always be exactly 4 apart to lock out 4 digits, because you need to, if you think about it, you must, how to explain it? Explaining lockout lines is hard. You must keep the digits on the diamonds 4 apart, but you must also have 4 digits that have been removed. So if you've, let's use the extremes as a case, so 5 and 9, you need 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you put 5 on the line, and the next digit must be 4 apart, which is 5 and 9, as far apart as you can get. If you then move them down 1, so you've used 4 and 8, that gives you 1, 2, 3, and 9. You've got 4 digits. If you move them down 1, so you're using 3 and 7, you've then got 1, 2, 8, and 9. So if you have 4 digits that see each other on a lockout line, these will always be exactly 4 apart. So in order for this to happen, there are only 4 options, I think. So you can use 1, 5, which we can do. 2, 6 would be an option, which we cannot do because we can't put 6 on it. So we can take 2 out of the other end because we couldn't put 6 here. The next option is 3, 7. We can't put 7 on them. We can't use 3. The next option is 4, 8. We can't put 8 on them. And this becomes 1, 5, 9. So now we've got these weird 1, 5, 9s forced. Is that one also forced to be 1, 5, 9? I don't think it is, because this is on the diagonal and this is too short to force that one. So is there a weird interaction happening here? Well, one of these must be 1. And 1 can't go with 9 because that would leave nothing locked out. If you put 1 and 9 are valid ends of a lockout line because they're more than 4 apart, but then there is nothing you could put on the line. So if one of those is 1, one of those is 5. And that can't be a 5. One of these has to be a 1 because just that's the way that the triple in the column works. This is a 159 triple. One must go in one of those. If this is a 1, that is a 5. If this is a 1, that is a 5. So one of these two must be a 5. There is no way around that. If I put a 5 here, the puzzle is broken. Because if I put a 5 here, that becomes a 9, that becomes a 9, and two 9s are not 4 apart. This is not a 5. One of these two must be a 5. That is a 5. That is a 9. These are not 9. That is insane. So these are now 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is not a 4. This is now a 1. This is now a 5. 5 could be either 1 or 9. 5 could be either... No, well, there's a 9 right there. That's a 1. 9 is not... It can't be 9 because it's not far enough away. If it was 1, I wouldn't be locking out 2 digits. If it was 2, I'd only be locking out 1 digit. So this is 3, 4, or 5. Except it needs to be 4 away from 1. This is a 5. This now needs to be 4 away from 5. So this is 1 or 9. That's nuts. That was some wonderful use of lockout line extreme logic. Okay, so these cells are all 6, 7, 8, 9. 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 These cells are all 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're not 1 because of that 1. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I can't put a 9 on an arrow. I can't even put an 8 on that arrow because I'd have to put a 1 and a 0 on it. This could be 2 1s. So this is 6 or 7. This is a 9. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's not 4. This is in here because this is a 6, 7, 8, 9. Hang on, this is a 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 1. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. I should possibly have done high-low highlighting, but okay, is there something more I can do with 5s? 5 can't go there or in any... This is a 5. 5 plus 2 is... This is 7, 8, or 9. Five can't go in any of the... 5 is right there because this 5 is knocking it out of those. That 5 is knocking it out of those, and you can't put 5 on a line. That is a 5, which puts 5 in one of those two. And I've broken the puzzle. Oh, wait a minute. I missed a cell. No, I've broken the puzzle. So what? So what did I do to break it then? How did I identify that? Yeah, wait a minute. I need to look in this box first. That is completely broken. That is wrong. Because what I need to do... I'm sorry, I make mistakes. What I need to do is I need to look in box 8 first, because that can't be a 5 because of the 5 in box 2. That can't be a 5. Those aren't 5 and that's not a 5. This is a 5. Now I need to look back up and go, that's not a 5, that's not a 5, that's not a 5. That's not actually a lockout line. That's the end of a lockout line, and this becomes a 5. 5, 9, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a 1. I've now got a 2, 3, 4 triple. These are 6, 7, and 8. I made a boo-boo, but I cleaned it up. 6, 7, and 8. I don't think this can be a 6 because it'd have to be 1, 5, which it can't be, or 2, 4, which it can't be. So this is not a 6. If this is a 7, 1, 6 I could do. 2, 5 I can't. 3, 4... Well, I can take 1 out of those. So all of a sudden 3, 4 is not possible. So this is 1, 6 if I use a 7. If it's 8, I can do 1, 7. I can't do 2, 6. And I can't do 3, 5. And 4, 4 is not right. So this is 1, 6 or 1, 7. So 1 goes in there. This is very strange. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking. Because I've got all of the values on my lockout lines now. Like, they are resolved. This is just Arrow and Sudoku now. Oops. So, okay. So this is a 6, 7, 8 triple. So 6 goes in there, which means 6 comes out of there. This is a 7, 8, 9. There must be a 9 in there, so I can take 9 out of there. These are 2, 3. Well, 5 must be in there. 3 must be in there. 3 must be in one of those two. This can't be a 9. So there is absolutely a 9 in here. That doesn't force this to be a 9. Five is up here somewhere. 5 is in one of those two because these two 5s and that 5 looking up. 5 is right there from the 4 5s looking into this box. Is this more restricted than I think? Yes, because if this is 7, this would have to be 1, 1, and there is a 1 here. So this can't be 7. This has to be a 6. So I can put a 2 there and a 1 there to make that 9. And that is absolutely the minimum I can make it. So there is no 9 there. There is no 9 there. This is a 2, 3, 4. There is no 9 there. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. There is no 9 there. There's no 6 there. There's no 6 there. So this is a 7, 8, 9. So this has to be a 3 or a 4. There's no 1 here. This is just an exercise in weird scanning. This is an amazing exercise in very weird scanning. These are now 2, 3, and 4. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's a 6 in here. These are 2, 3, 4, and 6. And I can't put 6 over here. This is a 6. And these are 2, 3, 4. And that's not a 3. And that was because of the 789 triple. Yeah, that was a very poor usage of the word just. This is crazy good. Is it this column? I need 3, 4, 7, and 8. I'm not seeing, like I can see 4 is limited, but I can't see. Like these are still. Okay, so this is more limited than it looks because, well, this can't be higher than 3 because 6 plus 3 is 9. So this is 2 or 3 because it can't be a 1. So this can't be an 8. So this is 6 or 7. So this now must be an 8 or a 9. There is no other option. This does give me my 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple, which means this must be a 1. This is not the 1. This gives me my 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. So this is a 3, 4 pair, which means that is a 2, 2, 6 or 2, 7 to get me 8, 9. Okay, that works. I already have that 5 is over here. This is the 2, 3, 4 triple. Oh my lord, there's so triples and quadruples all over this thing. Is that why this is called erosion? Because you literally just have to like pick away at like, it's like scrape, 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 scrape. Now over here, scrape, scrape, scrape. And you're just having to erode digits away a little bit at a time. So I can take the 2 out of there. And that one makes that a 3, which takes the 3 out of there. And I've got a 2, 4 pair, which goes up here, making this a 3 and this a 4. This is now a triple. I'll put a triple in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 3, 7, and 8. Well, that's not a 3. So I've now got... This forces this to be a 1. 3 is now in there. Is that now a 2? It's the only place left for a 2. I've got to put 4 in one of the... This, yeah, I've already had this 2, 3, 4. What am I removing? Oh, I'm not removing anything from there. I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm digging in the wrong place. That's not a 6. I am not going to sing like Salah. This is a 3, 4, or 5. And that one is not the 3. 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. So 1, 2, 4, and 5. So this is a 1 or a 5. And this is a 1, 2, 4. This is a 2, 4 pair. So that's the 3. This is now a 4, 5 pair. So that's the... No! What did I do wrong? That's the 3. That is not the 3. What have I done wrong? Have I populated this box wrong? So when I populated that box, which is then, let's look at this again. Hang on, I already had a 3 there. So let's take this 3 out of there, put the 3 into there. That 3 puts the 4 into there, takes 4 out of there. This is a 2, 3 pair, which puts 4 into there and puts 2 into there, which puts 4 into there. This is now 2, 5. Okay, that looks healthier. I am sorry, Riff. I am making a lot of mistakes on this, but I am eroding away at it. Um, 3 now has to go up here, so it has to be there, which makes that the 4, that not the 4. So 5 is with this now can't be a 9 anymore because 5 is with either 2 making 7 or 3 making 8. So that is not a 9. This is a 7-8 pair. This is the 9. This is the 9. This is not the 9. There is no 9 there. So there must be a 9 in here. Hang on, I've got a 9 locked in here. How did I get that? How did I get that? Because there must be a 6, 7, 8, 9 along here. This must be an 8. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't put a 9 in there. Those must be the 9. That must be the 8. So 2 plus 6 is 8. I take 6 out of all of those. Sorry, I just need to validate why I put the 9s in there and why I didn't fix that immediately. Because I'm getting paranoid on this puzzle. Because I've already broken it twice. So these are 2, 3, and 4. That one is not 2. So 2 is absolutely over here. That matches the 2 down here, but with lining up with those 2s. That is not the 4. So that is a 2, 3 pair, making that the 4. Putting 4 down there, which makes that the 4. Which puts 4 over here, which makes that the 4. This arrow is going to give me a lot at some point, isn't it? As is this one. I feel I am being interminably slow at this. 3 in this column. Can't go there because there's a 3 there. Can't go there, can't go there. This becomes the 3. This becomes the 3. This is not the 3. Is that all the 3s? No, I've still got this little X-wing on 3s in the same place as I've got that little X-wing in 2s. So this is 1, 6, 7, and 8. What am I talking about? There's no 6 in it. So this is a 1, 7, 8 triple. So that is the 9. There is no 9 there. 2, 3 pair. This is 6, 7, or 8. It's not 8. There is no 8 here either. This is an 8. Though that is a 7. That is an 8. What plus 5 equals 8? This is a 3. This is a 2. This is a 3. This is a 2. And the bones we just uncovered are dry. Oh, no, they're not. That's a 1, 7. So that is a 6, 8. This is a 6, 7, 8 for 0. This is a 7, 8 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes there, 8 goes there, 6 goes there. I take 6 out of both of those. 7, 8 pair. I can take 7, 8 out of those. Hang on, I take 8. That's a 7. That's a 6. There is no 7 there. That 8 makes that 9 and that 7, which makes that 8 and that 7. The 9 makes that 6 and that 9. The 7 makes that 8, which makes that 7, which looks up making that 8. This is not an 8. This is also a 7, 9, so the 7, 9 pair. This is an 8 because of that 7. This is not 8. I've now got a 7, 9 pair in the column. That 8 is making that a 7, which gives me that 9, which I can go up and make that the 7 and that the 9. It is starting to collapse. This is 1, 7, 7, which is 1 because of the 7 I just placed in the box. That is 7, that is 1. These are now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. The 8 here gives me the order, the 2 and the 8, which gives me the 5 and the 2. The only thing missing from there is the 6, and the last 2 digits in the box are a 5, which goes there, a 1 there, and now I need to finish up over here, which I should have done ages ago, a 7 and a 6, and that is me fixing the problem of erosion, but only in a very, very limited capacity. I still can't fix global catastrophes. Sorry. So yeah, I may have been able to solve the problem of erosion, but thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Riffclown for sending me another amazing puzzle. Now all that's left is to see if people can save the galaxy. Keep watching and you'll see what I'm talking about. Thanks everyone. Good luck with your solving.